How's it going, YouTube? This is Levi here from Team America 1, coming at you today with a deck profile, except it's not mine. It is Brad P's, who topped at YCS Providence, which was in October. I know it's kind of late, but still, as an avid Gladiator Beast player, I am thrilled that he topped with Glads. It still shows that they have potential, and I thought, you know what, it's a month late, but I'll still go over the deck. So I'm going over the deck for you guys. You can see I pretty much got much laid out. I'm missing a couple cards right there, and I'm missing a Darius. Um, and some cards in the side and extra right down there. But right now, I'll just get onto the deck and stop talking. So he ran one Gladiator Beast Bestiari. I can understand why. This card is a beast. Usually goes into guys' R's plays or pops big back rows. 3 Gladiator Beast Darius. I think he threw in 3 instead of 2 for Horn of the Phantom Beast since he threw that in. Since Gladiator Beast Darius is a viable Beast Warrior target, I think he threw that in just for that. And if he ever did lose one, he still has 2 left. One Gladiator Beast Equesti. I mean, it's a staple. Gladiator Beast Aquari, big beater. Also really good with Horn of the Phantom Beast when summoned by a Glad. Because when it's normal, it's 2600. But when it's special summoned by a GB, it's 2900. And that's a pretty good beater for level 4. So I can understand why he did that. One Gladiator Beast Murmillo, staple, as is Retiari. Sam Knight is one of the cards that is one of the Gladiator Beast cards that has been kind of a sleeper, but is still very good in any format. When it's special by the effect of a Glad, let it come into focus here. You could add one Gladiator Beast card from your deck to your hand. So you can add Bestiari, Darius, you can add any of the monsters, or Gladiator Beast War Chariot, which I think he did quite a lot. And with Horn, it's a 2400 beater with the ability to draw one and add a card for your hand. So basically it's a +2 if you destroy with Gladiator Beast Sam Knight. Because you get his effect and they get Horn's effect, so you get to draw and you get to add one card from your deck to your hand. And the last 2 monsters are Thunder King Ryo, which I think are great main deck choices. They disrupt so many decks, and pretty much almost everyone expends them, but they don't really know what to do with them. So that was the monsters. He ran 15, as you can see here. I'll move on to spells now. Dark Hole, it's a staple. 3 Proving Ground. I think 3 is a little too many, but if you're running 15 monsters and 18 traps, I think you would want some draw power. Reborn's a staple, as was MST. He didn't run Heavy or Book of Moon, which I'm kind of curious why he didn't, but I really don't have the option to talk to him. He didn't main deck Heavy Storm either, but I think he didn't want to main any of those because they would take place out of his massive trap lineup, which we'll go into right now. 2 Bottomless Trap Holes, it's a staple. It just gets rid of so many monsters right off the bat. Compulsory Evacuation Device, I can see why he ran this. It disrupts so many plays. I mean, you're going to attack with BLS? Okay, it's cool. Compulse. Dimensional Prison, pretty much the same thing. Just gets it out of the way. 3 War Chariots, I mean, him and I are both on agreement. Why would you not run 3? I mean, you could pounce on any, like, monster effect, be it BLS, Dark Armed, any wind-ups, any Inzectors, pretty much anything. Horn of the Phantom Beast is where things get really weird because it's like a card no one really expects in Glads, but he ran it and he ran it well. Horn of the Phantom Beast's effect is right here. It's basically like a trap equip card, and it's got major power. I mean, 800 boosts the quarry up to about 2600, 2900 when summoned by effect of a Glad. You got a 2500 beater in Darius and a 2400 beater in Sam Knight. And if you really need to, you can always attach another one, so they just become even more wreckful. Solemn Judgment, as you can tell I don't have it, I traded mine off. I can see why he threw that in. It's like, can stop pretty much anything. Judgment, or Warning, pretty much the same thing. 2 Starlight Roads, Ben has my other one. Yeah, I can see why he ran it. I mean, he's running a lot of traps. I would main Starlight Road too. And 2 Torrential Tributes, just you can keep field presence. You can see why. I'm going to talk about Test Tiger now. Even though Test Tiger is very well in Glads, I feel like he didn't run any because they're kind of slow and viable targets for, like, Effect Veiler. I mean, you can have, like, Darius, summon Tiger. Okay, it's cool Veiler. You got a dead Tiger on the field until next turn if you can keep it out. And with his lineup, he doesn't really have any protection except for Bottomless, Compulse, Dimensional Prison, Horn of the Phantom Beast, and that's pretty much it. He's only got like 8 defensive cards. So I feel like that's why he didn't run Tiger. Even though it does speed up the deck quite a lot, it does kind of slow it down too. We move on to the extra deck now. Over here, 2 counterattack Fortress Dragon. I really do not know why he ran 2. I think 1's good enough, but I think for the Kyrgias, the Makinas, and the Curry matchups, 2 Asadari, why the hell not? This card is amazing. It's a beater. Say you get out Darius with Murmilla in your graveyard. You really have nothing else to go into except this bad boy right there. I mean, simple as that. 2 Gyzaris, I do not know why he did not run 3. 3 is major in this in my Glad Beast build. I always run 3. But it topped for him, and it must have worked for him, so why change something? Why change something if it's not broken? Herc, it's Herc, can stop spells. Ally of Justice Catastor messes with a bunch of decks. Stardust Dragon for Starlight Road. Leviathan Dragon, I saw the original video that him and his teammate did. He ran Leviathan Dragon and not Leviair, much to my surprise, because I would have run Leviair if I were him. But Leviathan Dragon is a good beater. I think he said he would take out Leviathan for Leviair if he had it, but he didn't have it, so Leviathan was the second best thing, which I don't really care. If you do whatever, you do whatever. Utopia, just good stopper. Maestroke, I honestly do not know why this card is not worth the entire structure deck, because it is amazing. If you don't know what Maestroke's effect is, here it is, but I'm pretty sure y'all do. Once per turn, you can detach 1 exceed material from this card to target 1 face-up attack position monster your opponent controls. It's basically a Book of Moon and a wind-up Zen Mans. Tempo, I guess there was a lot of XYZ running around, and this card pretty much stomps it all. Detaches an exceed material, and it gains 500. So it goes up to 2200 beater for a rank 3, which isn't bad. And wind-up Zen Mans because it's a staple pretty much. Overall, I can understand why he ran certain cards in his extra deck that he didn't run, but I'm still kind of curious on the triple Gyzaris why he didn't do those. But I know it's your choice, and obviously it worked for him. So I'll move on to the side deck now. I think the side deck is where everything pretty much got better. He ran triple Cyber Dragon. Machina matchups, Makina, Kyrgias, wind-ups. Most of them are machines. Curry's, summon Cyber Dragon, go into this, have Big Beater. King Tiger Wanghu, one of the most best underrated cards in the side deck ever. Its effect pretty much stomps anything in the field right now. You really have to read it. It's just amazing that it's that good. When a monster with 1400 or less attacks is normal summoned or special summoned, destroy those monsters with 1400 or less attack. This card must be face up on the field in order to activate and resolve this effect. And with Horn of the Phantom Beast, it goes up to 800, 2500, which is very good for this type of scenario. You have the field presence and you have draw power. You can't go anything wrong with that. Spells right now, Book of Moon. I honestly do not know why he did not run this in his main deck. I think he said at the end of the video he would swap out Compulse for Book of Moon, but I would just main it either way. 3-dimensional fissures. It screws up Dark World matchups, but I feel like sometimes that's not enough. I just really do. I think Shadow Prison Mirror is one of the better choices deciding against those. Heavy Storm, do not know why he did not main it in, but maybe it's because of a heavy trap lineup. Triple Lance, Ben has 2 of mine. It's good for 2 ways, as Ben said in his video. You can lower a monster's attack, or you can keep a monster on the field, but the only problem is if you use it on Ryo, it's pretty much sitting duck now. And 1 MST, I guess for, it's precision, so you can hit that, Starlight Road or whatever, and then heavy or whatever you want to do. I know it's kind of a newish play, but I do it. I don't really care what you say. But right now, I like the way he runs his deck. It looks pretty solid. I've run it on Doing Network too, except I made some changes to it. I threw in Mirror Force where Solemn Judgment is. I threw in a triple Gyzaris where Stardust is. Took out Leviathan and threw in Leviair. For these, I took out the MST and one of the lances and replaced them with Shadow Prison Mirror. And for Cyber Dragons, I took one out and replaced it with DD Crow. But pretty much, I would agree with everything else he did. The deck top 16, which is amazing. So, congrats, Brad. This has been Levi for Team America 1, signing out. Peace out, guys.